Community Viewpoint with John Pollock and Maria Hurst.
Good afternoon and welcome to Community Viewpoint. I'm not John. I'm helping out by standing in for hosting for John this afternoon. My name is Salli Kerr. I'm with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm pleased to step into John's shoes and try and fill them this afternoon. Our first guest is Linda Wright from the VFW, and she's going to come talk to us this afternoon about give us a recap of the veteran stand down that they had yesterday that was held in the Home Depot parking lot. So I'm going to let Linda tell us about that and how that event went. So, Linda, you said this is your fifth event.
Yes, this is our fourth event.
Oh, the fourth. That's right. Going into the fifth.
Going into the fifth.
Okay.
But this is was our fourth one yesterday, and it was held at Home Depot's parking lot, and it was from 9 to 3, and we had a wonderful turnout. We had over 50 different organizations that came out to support it, with well over 100 volunteers, and we were able to serve between 100 and 150 veterans yesterday. Now,
and the volunteers, I mean, you had people showing up at 6 o'clock yesterday morning to start setting up for this event.
Actually, 5:30.
5:30.
They started showing up. And yes, and we even had the junior ROTC out, and they were a tremendous help, and we had it set up in no time.
Right, and you said Home Depot went beyond their call of duty for sure.
Yes, whatever we needed, whatever we forgot, they were there to lend a hand and give it to us. They even came out and cooked hot dogs for us.
Wonderful. And you said that, of course, we want to mention also Desert View Hospital, and they helped along with Saddle West to provide the food.
To provide all the hot dogs and chips.
Mm-hmm. And you said that the veterans that you served, first of all, this was a lot bigger turnout than you'd had.
Much bigger. And in the past, we had like 25 veterans come out at the most.
Wow.
So this was a tremendous improvement.
Right, from 25 to 150-ish is a huge improvement.
It was just great.
And you think some of that's just that they're used to seeing it now?
I think they're used to seeing it, that we're here. I think the word has finally gotten out that Pahrump is here for their veterans, and that's a big plus. And I think just all the advertisement that we did, the newspaper, the TV promotions that we did, the radio, I think everything just came together for us yesterday.
Right, and you also had a lot, the number of organizations involved was bigger, and so their word of mouth.
Yes, we went from 5 service organizations to 50 organizations from not only Pahrump but Las Vegas.
That's amazing. Okay, and so you had a registration at that event, so there are going to be methods for you to track what veterans were served and what services they needed. What did that survey do to help you with the next set of things?
It kind of showed us that there is a need in this community for our food banks, for housing in this community, and transportation. And so by having this registration, we were able to hopefully address some of these needs.
Right, well, it's at least a really good way to show needs. Right. Like you have now a survey that literally comes down and says, here's what they told us their needs are. Okay, and this was hands-on.
This was hands-on help, because we did have the VA service officer there, and she was able to talk with veterans that had not had their benefits started, and she was able to send them right to the clinic, and that was a plus.
Right, that's that's that direct community impact today. You said they literally came in and were able to get food cooked for them.
They got food cooked for them, clothing. They got to take food if they needed. They got toiletries. They got clothing and shoes. And
you had churches there?
We had churches that handed out Bibles and toiletries. And it was just community coming together.
Right. Right, to benefit the veterans.
To benefit the veterans.
Right, and this year you made certain the veterans knew that it wasn't just homeless veterans, but
Yes.
any veteran in the community.
Any veteran. Because a lot of times veterans do not know what's out there for them. And this was our way of showing them what we have to offer. And, you know, we had lawyers there, we had hospice there,
Right.
we had employers there. So it was well-rounded.
Right.
And we also had education possibilities.
Right. Right. Well, when I walked through in the morning, it was put together well. People could get in and out easily. You know, I saw people. I was there pretty early, and I saw people already moving around and seeing what was
Yes.
there and getting services provided.
We also, the Lions Club was there, and they gave eye exams. We also gave haircuts yesterday
Right.
and massages. So we had something for everybody.
Right.
And that's more than we've had in the past.
Yeah. Well, it looked to be a great event, and as you know, nobody more than you knows that today you start planning number 5 the day
start
after number
planning.
4. So you head right into the next one for next year.
That's right. We'll have a recap meeting to find out what worked well and what didn't. And we will definitely set a date for next year, and we'll be moving forward.
Right. Right. Well, we appreciate the service that you bring to that. I know the veterans appreciate it, and the community involvement, it just grows every year.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful event. So now we're going to move on to your next hat.
Yes, I'll take this one off.
Take that one off. We get to see you. We get to see you in the community a lot because you wear a lot of hats.
I do wear a lot of hats now, and
So-
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, well, this particular one we're going to talk about now is going to be the co-event chair for the Holiday Task Force.
Yes.
And putting together the community meals that are coming up. I don't know how many residents know that there's now a community meal being served at the Bob Roode Center for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, and for Easter.
Coalition.
Or at the Coalition
Nye
building.
County
I'm sorry,
Coalition.
that's right. It's the County Coalition building.
Yes.
And so last year they served
600 and something, and we did about 700 or something like that in home deliveries, close to it.
Right.
So it's starting to take off there too. If people can't come in for the meal, they can call in and have food delivered. And we deliver up to 4 meals to one residence.
Right. Right. So homebound folks, the community wants to take care of you too with these meals. And
Yes.
so if you call now, that's Linda DeMayo to call to arrange that.
For the deliveries, yes.
Right. So it would be Linda DeMayo that you would call for meal deliveries. But those of us who want to jump in and help with volunteering to put this meal on, it's Linda that we're going to call
Yes.
For that. And Linda's phone number for that is 775-419-7857. She's doing the coordination for the volunteers for both of those meals, Christmas and Thanksgiving. So we want to be sure and get her phone ringing for that. It takes a lot of people to get a meal like that put together.
Yes, it does. And I had a tremendous response last year, and I hope that we have a lot of volunteers coming out this year.
Now, last year you said you had volunteers who, as they left, said, we want to come help next year.
Yes, they had such an enjoyable time talking to people in the community that they wanted to come back. And it's not hard work. We serve from 1 to 3, and it's mainly setting food on the table, bringing them drinks, and most of all, talking to them. Because sometimes people don't have anybody to talk to, and that's a good chance to socialize.
Right, and you have a you set out tables, they're decorated, you go to a great extreme to make
Yes.
them feel like they're getting a home-cooked meal where they can sit down with
Yes.
their community and visit with each other.
Yes, and we'll have the whole Thanksgiving dinner, turkey, potatoes and gravy, dressing, cranberries, pumpkin pie,
Right.
and rolls and drinks.
Right. And entertainment during that whole
And
time.
entertainment, we have music. And we
And
do
some-
have drawings.
Right, some door prizes.
Door prizes. And this year we're collecting coats. We're collecting them at the Thanksgiving dinner to be distributed at the Christmas dinner.
Right. So anybody who would bring a coat or something warm to wear, it could be new, it could be gently used. We do have a method to get them cleaned between Thanksgiving and Christmas. They'll be collecting them at the Thanksgiving meal. We'll be putting them out to the public or out to the people who need them at the Christmas dinner. And so plan to come eat dinner, plan to come serve your community by helping with the dinner. Bring a coat for somebody who needs one. And, you know, heading into the holiday season, it is here before we know it. We talk about it today and it's over tomorrow.
Yes, and we do take donations if somebody wants to help us put the meal on. We do take donations, and they can send their donation to the Nye County Coalition and put in the memo, holiday dinners.
Right, and also for businesses who want to help but don't know really how they want to get involved, the Holiday Task Force this year set up a way that you could donate and cover someone's meal. So they're saying for $10 a plate, your company can come in with an $80 meal and pay for 8 meals, or $80 donation to pay for 8 meals for somebody to eat for Thanksgiving. You don't have to, you know, go buy cranberries. You can make a donation and literally affect 8 people on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, and we haven't had that before, so
Right.
that's one way that businesses can help us also.
Right. It tends to be more economical to go buy those things in bulk instead of sending your secretary down to buy mashed potatoes.
Right.
You know, it's more cost effective for the task force to buy those things in bulk and then ask businesses to come partner with them by covering somebody's meal.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
it's a great way to get involved. We're looking for gift cards. If you want to bring some gift cards down to give out as gifts, those are always helpful. So lots of things going on with that. Anything else we need to? You have another event coming up.
Yes, I do have another event for the Ladies Auxiliary to the VFW is having their 3rd annual USO show, and it's a variety show. We'll have singing and dancing, and that'll be at Saddle West November 15th at 7 p.m. And right now we're in the process of doing auditions for that show. So if you can sing or dance or play an instrument, come out. There will be a flyer, and it'll be in the newspaper just where our next audition is.
Beautiful. We're done.
Are we done?
We're done.
All right.